It's the quarterfinals with Andover High School taking on Somerville High School. That's next on High School Quiz Show. Hi, everybody, and welcome to High School Quiz Show. I'm Joe Hanson, your host. We have had some great qualifying matches, and today we kick off the quarterfinals. And we start, as always, with the toss-up round. All answers are worth 10 points. There are no point deductions for wrong answers. And players, you may confer before buzzing in. All right, teams, if you're ready, good luck. Here we go. Charles Darwin formulated his ideas on natural selection after a visit to what archipelago of volcanic islands in 1835? Luke.
The Galapagos Islands.
That's correct. Famous for songs like Firework and Teenage Dream, what pop superstar was dropped from 3 record labels before she had her first big hit? Liam.
Katy Perry.
Katy Perry is correct. As young lawyers in the 1970s, Bill Weld and Hillary Clinton worked together on the House Impeachment Committee investigating which president? Sam.
Richard Nixon.
That's correct. In the comic book miniseries The Dark Knight Returns, who comes out of retirement at age 55 to fight crime? Sam.
Batman.
That's right, Batman. Bruce Wayne himself. Spoilers. All right, take a look at your monitors. We have a picture. Pictured here is a cello, courtesy of our friends at GBH Music, usually applied to a bow before playing. What resin made from pine sap helps the bow grip the strings and produce sound? Luke.
Tar.
No. To you, Somerville. Looking for rosin. From the Latin for winter, what is the dormant state when an animal slows its heart rate and lowers its body temperature to save energy and survive the winter? Luke.
Hibernate.
Hibernation is correct. This movie has no reason to exist. The Boston Globe gave this scathing review to what 2024 animated film about a fictional orange cat who hates Mondays and loves lasagna? Liam.
Garfield.
The Garfield movie is right. Banned from the Massachusetts Bay Colony in 1638 for her liberal religious views, who later became one of the founders of Rhode Island? Liam.
Williams.
No. Somerville. Ella.
Anne Hutchinson.
Anne Hutchinson is correct. Democracy dies in darkness is the official slogan of what American newspaper? Liam.
New York Times.
No. Somerville. Jack.
Washington Post.
The Washington Post is correct. In January 2025, who replaced Gerard Mayo as head coach of the New England Patriots? Liam.
Mike Vrabel.
Mike Vrabel is correct. What city has the greatest number of native French speakers in North America? Calla.
Montreal.
That's correct. Which type of soil is the most permeable? Clay, sand, or silt? Luke.
Silt.
No. Somerville, opportunity for you. Jack?
Sand.
Sand is correct. Memorably featured in the final scene of The Sopranos, the rock anthem Don't Stop Believin' is the signature song of what band? Jack?
Journey.
Journey is right. The first lawgiver of ancient Athens, who instituted a harsh legal code that punished even trivial crimes, such as stealing an apple with death? Liam.
Draco.
Draco is right. In Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, what spoiled, demanding girl is the second person to find a golden ticket? Colin.
Veruca.
Veruca Salt is correct. We're off to a great start in this quarterfinal match, but let's take a moment to thank the folks who make High School Quiz Show possible. Major funding for High School Quiz Show is provided by Safety Insurance.
From whoops to uh-oh to oh no. Safety Insurance can help you manage life's storms, even the indoor kind.
Additional funding is provided by the Museum of Science, Massachusetts Teachers Association, Xfinity Mobile, UMass Amherst, and Subaru of New England. Okay, welcome back. Andover and Somerville are tied at 70 points apiece. Let's see if the drama keeps going. Let's get back to the game. After his disastrous defeat at the Battle of Saratoga, what commander-in-chief of the British Army in North America resigned his command in 1778? Liam?
Hood.
No. Somerville, you do have an opportunity here. Sam?
Howe.
General William Howe is correct. High atmospheric pressure will result in which of the following? Rain, clear blue sky, or fog? Luke?
Clear blue sky.
That is correct. What Italian tennis star won 2 Grand Slams in 2024, winning the men's singles titles at the Australian Open and the US Open? Sam?
Yannick Sinner.
That is correct. First published in 2006, what mystery series is about 4 teenage girls whose clique falls apart after the disappearance of their queen bee leader, Alison De Laurentiis? Ella?
Pretty Little Liars?
That is correct. Around 260 BC, what king who ruled over most of the Indian subcontinent became the first king to embrace Buddhism? Ella?
Ashoka?
Ashoka is correct. What 6-letter Spanish word for brook refers to a dry creek bed that fills with water after flash floods or seasonal rains? We're looking for arroyo. Christian imagery of the infant Jesus with Mary is thought to be based on depictions of the infant Horus with what Egyptian mother goddess? Sam?
Isis.
Isis is right. Which of the following terms refers to spherical-shaped bacteria? Spirillum, bacillus, or coccus? Liam?
Caucus.
Coccus is correct. In 2024, for the first time in its 121-year history, the Tour de France began in Italy. In what capital city of Tuscany? Colin?
Milan.
No. Somerville? Jack?
Florence.
Florence is correct. On the Fahrenheit temperature scale, what is the boiling point of water at sea level? Colin?
216.
No. Somerville? Jack?
212.
212 degrees is correct. A year after nearly being killed in a car accident in Maine, what master of horror released On Writing, a memoir that gives advice to aspiring writers? Ella?
Stephen King?
Stephen King is correct. Literally meaning salt former, what term refers to the group of highly reactive, non-metallic elements on the periodic table, for example, fluorine and iodine? Sam?
Halogens.
The halogens are correct. The legal system of Saudi Arabia is based on what Islamic law derived from the Quran? Luke?
Sharia.
Yes, Sharia. What co-host of the talk show The View and star of the film Sister Act was the first Black woman to achieve EGOT status, earning an Emmy, Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony Award? Calla?
Whoopi Goldberg?
That is correct. That is the end of the round, and the score is Andover with 100 points. Somerville is in the lead with 170 points. Let's hear it for both teams. Last week, Lexington defeated Maimonides to claim the final spot in the quarterfinals. In today's match, Andover and Somerville are both hoping to make it to the semifinals. The head-to-head round is next, but first we're going to take a minute to get to know the players. Andover, we start with you. Colin, I hear that you're interested in deep-sea mining research.
So really, it was something like a topic I just discovered over the summer, randomly while I was perusing the news, and it was something that really just caught my eye. And for me, I really like it because it combines my interests of environmentalism, economics, and foreign diplomacy.
What kind of stuff is down there? Anything we should know about?
A lot of mysteries down there.
Any buried treasure that you want to talk about?
If I knew, I don't think I would say.
Okay. Liam, you're involved with Model UN at school here?
Yeah, so it's sort of like a simulation of the United Nations where everyone can represent their own country and take on its stances in different foreign policy issues. And it's a great way to get better at researching and speaking and writing. And it's not necessarily a competitive debate, but it's definitely important to be a very strong writer and speaker. So I really enjoy it.
Now, did you represent a country?
I'm actually going to a conference next week, and I'll be representing Mexico.
Mexico. So. Okay. Muy bien. Buena suerte. Luke, I hear that you are right-handed, correct?
Correct.
But you open all jars with your left hand.
I don't actually know why that this is the case, but it's just always felt more comfortable. I do think it might be because when I was younger, I played baseball, and I switched from a righty to a lefty when I was a pitcher. So I think that probably had some influence on this.
Yeah, so why'd you switch from righty to lefty?
Well, it's more advantageous because you don't see many left-handed pitchers compared to right-handed pitchers.
Okay. Aniketh, you're on the track team at school, is that right? Mm-hmm. What events do you do?
I used to do longer sprints, so that's like the 300, the 400, and I switched down to the 102 after I found out those times were just a lot better, relatively.
It doesn't take as long, so at least you're done faster, right?
It's really nice.
How's that going for you?
Pretty good. I've dealt with a few injuries, especially my Achilles tendon, but it's been kind of fun to actually trying to recover from that as well, learning new things about physical science as well.
Well, here on High School Quiz Show, it is a marathon, not a sprint. Also on the Andover team, we have the Warrior Eagle, alternate Jackson, and Coach Alan Habino. Now over to Somerville. Kala, I hear you're the captain of Somerville's lacrosse team.
Yes, we're a newer team, but the past 2 years we won our league championship, so hoping for a three-peat this year.
What do you tell the team before a big game?
Just focusing about the journey and having each other's backs rather than the outcome.
I like that. I think we can all take that to heart. Everybody listening? You're a great captain. Ella, you're a member of Somerville High's local history club?
Yeah, I mean, we've done a lot of looking at just things that have happened in our community in Somerville. And 2 years ago, we put together an exhibit about the life of an Olympian from Somerville, Phil Rivas.
This is an area that's just rich with history in every neighborhood. So thanks for shining a light on that. Jack, you play Ultimate Frisbee?
Yeah, I've played Ultimate Frisbee for 4 years, and this will be my 5th season.
Now, is there positions in Ultimate Frisbee?
Yeah, there's 2 main positions, which are handlers and cutters. I started out as a cutter, and maybe I'm going to be a handler more this year.
You ever go for those long breaks, go for that diving touchdown?
Sometimes,
You can work on that, get that freeze frame. Sam, I hear you like Tetris, or do you love Tetris?
One of those two things, yes. A lot of people have misconception that Tetris is the only kind of Tetris there is the version from the 80s that you could play on the NES. And there's actually a lot of different kinds and varieties of Tetris. So it's an interesting thing that I've explored recently.
There's been some world records set in Tetris pretty recently. You think you're going to shoot for any of those, or is this purely recreational for you? Okay. Rounding out the Somerville team are alternate Oliver and Nate and Coach Ted Blake. Let's hear it for both teams. It's the head-to-head round, and in this round, correct answers add 10 points to the team total, and wrong answers result in a 10-point deduction. All right, the clock is set at 90 seconds. Want to get a handshake before we start? We're all friends here. Okay, good luck. Here we go. In 2006, what was officially demoted from planet to dwarf planet?
Pluto?
Yes. Regardless of population, each state elects how many senators to the U.S.?
2.
Yes. What is the official currency of Mexico?
Peso?
Yes. Which U.S. state is nicknamed the Granite State?
New Hampshire?
Yes. What Canadian actor was nominated for an Oscar for his role as Ken in the 2023 Barbie movie?
Ryan Gosling.
Yes. In an equilateral triangle, each angle measures?
60?
Yes. Which constitutional amendment forbids Congress from establishing a state religion?
First?
Yes. After fighting its rival for nearly 30 years, which city-state finally won the Peloponnesian?
Athens?
No, Sparta. Which U.S. state has not only the most volcanoes, but also the most?
Hawaii?
No, Alaska. What is the last name of Cole and Dylan, the identical twin stars of the sitcom The Sweet Life of?
Sprouse?
Yes. In contrast with the plebeian class, what was the privileged social class in ancient Rome?
Praetorian?
No, patrician. What Catholic country launched an unsuccessful naval assault against Protestant England in 1588?
France?
No, Spain. A monument in Boston Common honors what man, the first to die in the Boston Massacre of 1770?
Crispus Attucks.
Yes. Also known as Trisomy 21. What is the?
Down syndrome?
Yes. The Spree and Havel rivers flow through what European capital city? Berlin is what we were looking for there. That is the end of the round. Let's take a look at the score. Andover has 140 points. Somerville in the lead with 190 points. And a lot of game to play. Let's give it up for both teams. All right, teams, it's time for the category round. Today's categories are Paging Dr. Freud, I Break for Tim Hortons. On the flip side, This is a Robbery, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly Fruit, and Foreign Exchange. All categories have 5 questions with increasing point value. Teams will choose 2 5-question categories each and have the option to toss 1 question per category to the other team that the other team must answer. Players, you are able to confer. All right, Andover, who's your spokesperson? Liam? Somerville, how about you? Ella. Okay, Andover, you've got some points to make up. First category goes to you.
We're going to do foreign exchange.
Foreign exchange. These are questions about foreign words and phrases. For 10 points. French for let do. What term refers to an economic doctrine of allowing businesses to operate with very little government interference?
Laissez-faire.
Yes, laissez-faire. For 15 points. What 2-word Latin phrase, meaning to a sickening degree or to the point of nausea, describes a topic that has been discussed excessively?
Ad nauseum.
Correct. For 20 points. Italian for disconnected. What musical notation indicates short, clear-cut playing of notes?
Staccato. Staccato.
That's right. For 25 points in foreign exchange. Nietzsche's concept of Superman, the superior person who justifies the existence of the human race, is also known by what German word?
Übermensch.
That is correct. And for 30 points. Short for compromising material, what KGB term refers to damaging information on public figures long used in Russian politics for blackmail?
Compromat.
That's correct. Somerville, to you.
We'll go with I Break for Tim Hortons.
I Break for Tim Hortons. These are questions about Canada. For 10 points. Tim Hortons is the largest chain of coffee shops in Canada. Its founder, Tim Horton, played 24 seasons as a professional athlete in what national sport of Canada?
Hockey.
That's correct. For 15 points, Niagara Falls is located on the Niagara River, which is between the U.S. state of New York and what Canadian province?
Ontario.
Ontario is correct. For 20 points, home to Lake Louise, snow-capped mountains, and hundreds of glaciers, Banff is the oldest national park in Canada. It's located in the Canadian Rockies in what province?
Alberta.
Alberta is correct. For 25 points in I Break for Tim Hortons. Played at the opening ceremonies at the 2010 Olympics in Vancouver. Both Sides Now is an iconic folk song written by what Canadian-born singer-songwriter?
We'll pass.
The answer is Joni Mitchell. For 30 points, in January 2025, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau announced his resignation and said that he would step down as the leader of what Canadian political party?
The Liberal Party.
That is correct. Andover, back to you.
Okay, we'll do on the flip side.
On the flip side, these are questions about gymnastics. For 10 points, women's artistic gymnastics includes balance beam, floor exercise, uneven bars, and what 4th event?
Vault.
Vault is correct. For 15 points, at the 2024 Paris Olympics, what 27-year-old female gymnast from Texas won gold medals in team, all-around, and vault, as well as a silver medal in floor exercise?
Biles.
Simone Biles is correct. For 20 points, the Iron Cross and the Maltese Cross are 2 of the most difficult skills in what event in men's artistic gymnastics?
It's the rings.
Rings.
Rings is correct. For 25 points in On the Flip Side, in 1976 in Montreal, what 14-year-old girl from Romania became the first female gymnast in Olympic history to score a perfect 10 for her performance on the uneven bars?
Pass.
Nadia Comaneci. And for 30 points. In 2024, the U.S. men earned their first Olympic team medal in artistic gymnastics since 2008, winning bronze. China won silver, and which country won gold?
France.
No, the answer is Japan. Somerville, final category to you.
We'll take This Is a Robbery.
This is a robbery. These are questions about famous heists. For 10 points, Leonardo da Vinci's Mona Lisa was not widely known outside the art world until its theft in 1911 from what Paris art museum?
The Louvre.
That's correct. For 15 points, after paying $276,000 for a rare dinosaur skull, what star of National Treasure and Con Air returned it to the Mongolian government after learning it had been stolen?
We'll pass.
The answer is Nicolas Cage. For 20 points, a pair of gold rosary beads was stolen from an English castle in 2021. The beads were carried by Mary, Queen of Scots at her execution in 1587, which was ordered by what English monarch?
Elizabeth I.
That is correct. For 25 points in This Is a Robbery, the 1990 theft of 13 items from Boston's Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum is the largest art heist in history. Among the missing is The Storm on the Sea of Galilee, the only seascape ever painted by what Dutch artist?
Rembrandt.
Rembrandt is correct. And for 30 points, a pair of ruby slippers from The Wizard of Oz was stolen from a Minnesota museum in 2005 and later recovered in 2013. Recently sold at auction for $28 million, the famous shoes were worn by what star who played Dorothy in the 1939 film?
Judy Garland.
That is correct. That is the end of the category round. The score is Andover with 255 points, Somerville in the lead with 350 points, but a lot can still happen. How about a round of applause for both teams? We're heading into the final round of play, the lightning round. Correct answers add 20 points to the team total, and there is a 20-point deduction for incorrect answers. The clock is set. Good luck. Here we go. NASA's Juno spacecraft has spent more than 8 years orbiting which planet? Sam.
Jupiter?
Yes. Luna, Artemis, and Diana are cats from the planet Mao in what popular manga series? Ella.
Sailor Moon.
Yes. What Egyptian city was home to the largest and most significant library of the... Luke?
Alexandria.
Yes. In 1653, who overthrew the Stuart monarchy to become England's Lord Protector? Ella.
Cromwell.
Yes. Who won the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1921 for his explanation of the photoelectric effect? Luke.
Einstein.
Yes. Name the author of the best-selling novels It Starts With Us and It Ends With Us. Calla.
Colleen Hoover.
Yes. With a population of about 1.5 million, what is by far the largest county in Massachusetts? Liam.
Suffolk.
No, Middlesex. The North is the 12th and final chapter in what Pulitzer Prize-winning novel by Colson Whitehead? Luke?
Nickel Boys.
No, the Underground Railroad. Which country has the largest standing army in the world? Jack?
The U.S.
No, China. Which Shakespeare play features a moneylender named Shylock? Luke?
Merchant of Venice.
Yes. After Antarctica and the Arctic, what Asian mountain range is the third largest deposit of ice and snow in the world? Liam?
Himalayas.
Correct. What celebrated painting by Picasso is named for a Basque town bombed by the fascists? Ella?
Guernica.
Guernica is right. In Greek myth, what girl was turned into a spider after... Sam?
Arachne?
Arachne is right. And the winning team this week is Somerville with 450 points. Andover finishes with 295 points. Congratulations to both teams for a great game. Somerville now moves on to the semifinals. Join us next week for our second quarterfinal match between Buckingham Brown and Nichols School and Weston High School. We'll see you then, right here on High School Quiz Show.